Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. Okay, so today we discuss tutorial on chapter 4, which is a complex number. Question 1. Find the values of Z1 plus Z2 and Z1 minus Z2 for each of the following cases. So this one a direct question. So you already have question 1A. Z1 equal to 7 minus 5i, and then Z2 equal to 5 minus 7i. So when you want to find the summations between Z1 and Z2, make sure the real part solve with the real part, and then the imaginary part solve with the imaginary part. So the first one is the real part, which is 7 and 5. So 7 plus 5 plus negative 5 minus negative 7. And then this one, I. So you can get 12 minus 12i. For the second one, Z1 minus Z2, also a same thing. It is become Z minus, so here is a minus. Oh, you open the bracket, no need to put the here pun tak ada masalah ni. Okay, so it is become Z minus 5 plus negative 5 plus 7, because this one minus minus become plus. Okay, so it is become 2 plus 2i. That one for question A. For question B, Z equal to I, Z1 equal to I, and then Z2 equal to 2 minus 4i. Okay, so Z1 plus Z2 equal to I plus 2 minus 4i. So you can get 2 minus 3i. This one. And then Z1 minus Z2, it is become negative 2 plus 5i. And then the last question, question C, Z equal to 3 minus 4 times by 3i, and then Z2 7 plus 5 3i. So then you want to find Z1 plus Z2, you can get 10 plus 3i. Z1 minus Z2, you can get negative 4 minus 9 3i. Okay, any problem? Question 1. Okay, let's proceed to the question 2. If Z1 equal to 3 plus 4i and Z2 equal to 5 minus 12i, find A, 2Z1 plus Z2. Okay, so this one you need to times by 2 for Z1. So you times by 2 first for Z1, so you can get 2 times 3 plus 4i, you can get 6 plus 8i plus 5 minus 12i. So also same thing, the real part 6 plus 5, and then the imaginary part 8i minus 12i. So it is become 11 minus 4i. Okay, and then question B, Z2 minus IZ1. So you need to times by I first. So it is become 5 minus 12i minus I times by Z1, which is 3 plus 4i. So you need to expand this one first. It is become 5 minus 12i minus 3i minus 3i. So this one, what is it? Ni salah ni. Okay. So this one supposedly it is become negative 4i square. Okay. And then we know that 4i square, because this one I times by I is I square. 4i square, I square also equal to negative 1. So you have negative 4i square. So this one become 4. So the real part you have, the real part, ni salah ni. The real part become 5 plus 4. Okay. And then the imaginary parts become this one plus negative 12i minus 3i. So it's become 9 minus 15i. Okay, that one is answer for question B. Okay, question C. Question C also same thing. Z1 times by Z2. Z1 you have 3 plus 4i times by 5 minus 12i. So you need to expand this one. Okay, expand 3 times 4, 15. Okay, 3 times 12i, negative 36i. And then 4i times by 5 plus 20i. And then 4 times by 4i times by negative 12i, negative 48i square. Okay, this one I square, it's become negative 1. So 15 minus 48, no, it's become plus lah. Sebab negative and negative here, so this one become plus. Okay, so 15 plus, and then negative 36i plus 20. So your final answer become 15 plus 48, 63. So this one becomes 63. Okay, 63. And then that one, negative 36i plus 20i. So this one become negative 16i. So this is the final answer. Okay? Boleh? Any problems? Okay. Next. Question D. Okay. Question D. Z2 divided by Z1. So we know that Z2 equal to 5 minus 12i. Z1 3 plus 4i. So this one you must times by conjugate of your denominator. So conjugate of your denominator become 3 minus 4i. Okay, kita ambil yang real part, imaginary part. Okay, and then the above also a same thing. So now you need to expand. Okay, so we know that the denominator, this one, the denominator yang duduk kat bawah ni, if you times by its conjugate, it is become 3 square plus 4 square only. Okay. So you already know that that one become 25. Okay. So expand the above only. So 5 times by 3. 5 times by 4i. So you can get 15 minus 20i. And then this one, negative 12i times by 3, negative 36i, and then negative 12i times by 4i, so it's become 48i square. Okay, so this one, we know that I square equal to negative 1. So it's become, macam mana ni? 15, so this one supposedly minus 48. Because you must times by 48. So it's become minus 48. Okay, and then negative 20i minus 36i. Okay, yang kat bawah ni salah ni. Because when you expand, this one you can simplify. So it's become negative. Ni, dia jadi ni saja. Just put this one. Okay. So 25. Okay. And then expand that one, 15 minus 48. So it's become negative 33. And then this one, negative. So this one become negative 56. Okay. So your final answer become negative 33 divided by 25 minus 58 divided by 25i. Okay? Any problems? Okay, question number 3. Write the following expression in the forms of x plus I y. So you have 4 plus I divided by 3 minus I. So also same thing, this one times by conjugate, which is the conjugate is 3 plus I. Okay, you change the symbol of the imaginary part. Since the first one is negative I, so the second one become positive I lah. Okay, so this one also same thing. You can get 9, okay, over 10. Here is 10. And then expand. You can get 11. Okay, tak perlu ni. Okay, 11 over 10 plus 7 over 10 I. Okay. B. B 2 minus I times by 4 plus I. This one is plus plus I divided by 4 minus I. So this one also same thing. You need to expand the above the nominator first. So it's become 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, and then 2 times by I to I minus 4i and then minus I square. Okay, so divide by 4 minus I. So we know that this one become 9. So I square is become negative 1. So 9 minus 2i divided by 4i. And then times by conjugate for this one, 4 plus I. And then expand, you can get over 17. Okay. And then expand the denominator, you can get 36. 36, this one, negative 8i. Where is the 9 times I ni? Tertinggal ni. 9 times I. You have another one. Plus 9 times I. Okay. So it's become 36 minus 38. It's become 38. So this one supposedly plus 9i. So your final answer supposedly 38 over 17 plus 1 over 17i. So this is the final answer. Okay. That one is B. For C, 3 minus I divided by 4 plus I square. So that one also same thing. You need to expand denominator first. So it's become 16 plus 4i plus 4i plus I square. So it's become 16 plus 8, 15. 15 plus 8i. Okay, and then times by conjugate. So it's become 15 minus 8i. So expand that one. You can get 3 times by 15, 45. 3 times by 8, negative 24i. Negative 15i n plus 8i square. Okay, denominator, your 298. And then the final answer, 37 over 289 minus 39 I over 289. That one for question C. And then question D, you have negative 1 plus 3i divided by 2 plus 5i. Okay. And then you need to times by conjugate, which is 2 minus 5i. Expand, you can get negative 1, 2, and then positive 5i. And then 6i negative 15i square. Okay, and then denominator you have 29. Okay, and then simplify the numerator, you can get 13 plus 11i. Okay, simplify, you can get 13 over 29 plus 11i over 29. Okay, you got it? Dapat ke tak? Okay, next. 3 plus 5i divided by 1 minus 2i times by 2 plus I. So expand your denominator first. You can get 2. Okay, and then 1 times I is I. Negative 2i times by 2, negative 4i. And then negative 2i times by I, you can get negative 2i square. So simplify, we know that I square equal to negative 1. So you can get 2 plus 2. So you can get 4. 4 minus 3i times by conjugate, which is 4 plus 3i. So expand, you can get 3, this one, okay. 3 times by 4, 12. 3 times by 3i, 9i. And then 5i times by 4, 20i. 5i times by 3i, 15i square. So we know that I square is negative 1. So it's become 12 minus 15, which is negative 3. And then 29i. Okay, and then put in the a plus bi, so you can get negative 3 over 25 plus 29i over 25. That one is for question 3. Okay, now look.
Sir.
Yeah, question 4. Find z bar in the forms x plus iy for the following expression. So you want to find z bar, whereby you have z equal to 1 plus I divided by 2 minus I. So you have in terms of fraction. So you need to simplify by times conjugate of denominator. So you have 2 minus I. So your conjugate become 2 plus I. Okay, the above one also same thing, 2 plus I. So expand that one, you can get, okay, 1 times 2, you can get 2. 1 times I, you can get I. And then next, 1 times I times 2, 2I times I square. Okay, also a same thing, your denominator lah. So you can get, we know that I square, okay, I square equal to 1. Okay ni. I square equal to 1. Ni dia bukan negative 1 tau. I square equal to negative 1. Ni bukan positive 1, negative 1. Okay. So, supposedly, it's become, you punya ni, 2 minus 1. Okay. And then, plus I plus 2I. Ni. Divide by, yang ni pun sama juga ni. I square is negative 1. So, negative, negative. So, supposedly here is positive. Okay, so, your denominator supposedly 5, not 3. Make sure, I square equal to negative 1. So, it's become 1 plus 3I over 5 over 5. But you want to find Z bar. So your Z bar become 1 over 5 minus 3I over 5. Because Z bar is your conjugate. Ni. Z bar is the conjugate. So you kena change. Okay, so this is a final answer. Okay? Okay, now looks on B. Also same thing. 1 minus I divided by 2 plus I. So times by conjugate, you can get 2 minus I. So expand 1 times by 2. 2. And then negative I, negative 2I plus I square. Okay. Again, I square is equal to negative 1. It's not 1. So this one is negative 1. And this one supposedly positive 1. Okay, so your denominator here, supposedly when you simplify this one, you must get 2 minus 1. Okay, plus negative I minus 2I divide by 5. Okay, not 3. Okay, so this one you can get 1 minus 3I over 5. But you want to find Z bar. So Z bar become 1 over 5 plus 3I over 5. This one, symbol must change because you want to find Z bar. Z bar is the conjugate. So this is the final answer. Okay? Boleh faham? Now looks on question 5. If Z equal to 1 minus 2I, find the values of X and Y if Z plus 1 over Z bar equal to 1 over Z bar here, equal to X plus IY. Okay. So you need to find Z bar. Z is 1 minus 2I. So Z bar is 1 plus 2I. Okay. Z bar here. Okay. 1 minus 2I plus 1 over 1 plus 2I. Okay. So this one you need to times by conjugate. So you can get 1 for I, so it's become 5. 1 over 5. Okay, correct. Okay, so 5 here. So it's become 5. Okay, because this one, you need to equalize the denominator. So you need to times by 5. That's why your friend got 5 minus 10I plus 1 minus 2I. So you can combine between 5 here. Okay. So you can get 6 minus 12i over 5. And then 6 minus over 5 minus 12 over 5i. We know that equal to x plus iy. So your x equal to 6 over 5 and your y equal to negative 12 over 5. Okay, that one is for question 5. Now looks on question 6. Okay, question 6. Express each of the following in polar form. Okay, in polar form, Okay, so we know that polar form, you need to find what is r, what is theta. Okay, and then make sure you need to know which quadrant the value of complex number is places. Okay, sebab bila awak tekan calculator, your degree, it is not belong to the exact quadrant. Okay, biasanya dia akan bagi value degree tu yang menghampir, yang sentuh dengan x-axis. Kan? Yang sepadan, reference angle. So you need to find what is the reference angle lah. Okay, the first one, 13 plus 3i. So we know that 13 plus 3i situated at quadrant 1. So tak ada masalah. Kalau quadrant 1 tak ada masalah. Memang calculator awak akan bagi exact quadrant 1 lah. Okay, so you need to find your r. Okay, r is 13 square plus 3 square. So you can get 178. Square root of 178. And then tangent theta equal to 3 over 13. So you can get theta equal to 12.99. No need to put here. Ambil je yang ni. Okay. Tak perlu awak nak buat decimal-decimal tu. Okay. Correct to nearest decimal. Just take the exact value lah. Okay. And then you can get 178 times by cos. Supposedly this one, put this value here. Okay. Okay, B. B also same things, but this one is situated at quadrant 2. Okay, so remember quadrant 2. Okay, and then you need to find the R. R tak ada masalah. Nak cari theta tu you kena be careful. So R you can get 442. Square root of 442 and then tangent 9 over negative 19. So if you are using the degree, you can get your calculator, it's become negative 25.35 degree. Make sure ambil value dia tu. Okay. And then this one, ni pun sama. Take this value. Okay. So your calculator given the angle here. Ni. But you need to find what is the theta here. So that's why 180 minus 25.35. Okay. So you can get here is 154.65 degree. Okay. And then put in this value. Oi, suka dia nearest. Okay. C. C also same things, but you need to know which quadrant is stated because the x is negative, y is negative. Okay, so it is stated at the quadrant 3. Okay, so quadrant 3, cari r, you can get square root of 17. And then you find theta, after you calculate a calculator tu, awak akan dapat 32.84. Tengok, mustahil lah quadrant 2 which this value mestilah lebih besar daripada 180 quadrant 3 because your quadrant 3 is here. So you need to find what is the angle here. The value of calculator only give this value. Ni. 32.84. So, in order to get the value of theta, you must find 180 degree plus 32.84. baru you akan dapat. Okay. So, you can get 212.84 degree. So that is the value. Remember that. That's why we want to know which quadrant your places. Okay, so make sure you change this one. Okay? Boleh faham tak? Okay, next. Looks on question D. Okay, question D. Situated at the quadrant 4. Remember, quadrant 4, your angle must be between. Kalau quadrant 4 tu. Quadrant 4 mesti duduk dalam berapa? Okay. So, quadrant 4. Okay. Again. When your R in terms of decimal, so no need to give your answer in terms of square root. So, you must give the answer in terms of decimal lah. Okay. Square root of 694.44. So what is your answer? Okay, 26.35. So bagi terus dalam decimal. Tak ada kita bagi decimal, lepas tu ada square root. Okay, kalau real number lain, 26.35. Okay, and then when you find the theta, your answer given this one. Okay. Negative 52.07, and then you can get 3.08 because your calculator given this value, but we want to find what is this value. So 360 minus 52.07. Make sure change to decimal places. So this one also same thing, this one. Okay, this one also change. Okay, and then this one change to. Okay, question E. Question E, it is already on the quadrant 1. Quadrant 1 tak ada masalah. Okay, and then you can get R square root of 277, and then theta equal to 32.74 again. Ambil yang tu, this one. So change to 32.74. Okay. Okay. Question F. Three over 4 minus 1 over 5i. And then situated in quadrant 4. Okay. And then, so quadrant 4, you need to find the R. You can get 241 times by square root of 120, and then 14.93 octal, the same thing, this value, and then change. Okay, make sure, please, if your question not asked about the nearest to what types of decimal places, awak kena ambil at least 2 decimal places ya. Jangan awak pergi buat nearest to decimal places. Melainkan soalan tu yang mention. Okay? Any problems? Question 7. Okay. Find polar form. This one is the polar forms of Z1 times Z2. Z1 divided by Z2 and 1 over Z1 by first putting Z1 and Z2 into polar form. Okay. Z1 equal to Z3 plus I. Z2 equal to 1 plus Z3I. I tu duduk kat luar ya, bukan duduk dalam. Okay. And then you need to find Z1 times by, convert to polar form first. Okay, Z1 times by Z2. Okay, Z1, you need to find R1. R1 you can get 2 tangent theta, you can get 30 degrees. So Z1 in the polar form, 2 times by cos 30 degree plus I sine 30 degree. For Z2, R1 also equal to 2, R2 equal to 2, and then tangent equal to 60 degree. So you can get 2 cos 60 degree plus I sine 60 degree. Okay, next question I, you want to find Z1 times by Z1. So 2 times 2 become 4, and then the angle, when you want to find the multiplication, angle become summation. So 30 plus 60, you can get cos 90 plus I sine 90 is correct. Okay, question 2, Z1 divide by Z2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Cos 30 minus cos minus 60 degree. Make sure symbol degree. Okay, so you can get negative 30 plus I sine negative 30. Okay, you can give the answer. Cos 30 minus, or also you can give the answer in terms of cos 330. Okay, plus I sine 330. Okay, because negative 30 degree also equal to 330. You can choose either one lah. But here is plus, here is minus. Okay. 3, 1 over 1 over Z1. Okay, so also same thing is become y. Okay, 1 change to the polar form. So R also equal to 1. And then theta equal to what? Okay, theta equal to 0 degree ya kan? Sebab if you looks on the apa tu dia punya fraction 1 ni, dia hanya duduk dekat x axis. Sebab dia adalah 1 plus 0 I. I dia tak ada. So dia duduk dekat x axis. X axis only, which is 0 degree lah. So it is become apa? Become what? Dia punya in polar form 1 times by cos 0 degree plus I sin 0 degree. So boleh solve lah yang tu. Okay. So 1 over 2 become 1 over 2. Yang ni tak payah. Dia complicated. Susah nanti awak nak faham. 1 over 2. And then 0 minus 30 degree. Okay, sebab dia 0 minus 30 degree kan. 0 minus 30 degree become this one 1 over 2 cos 0 minus 30 degree plus I sin 0 minus 30 degree. Macam tu. So bila awak simplify, awak dapat balik yang ni. Sama je. Okay, you can get cos 30 degree sebab 0 minus 30 is negative 30. Cos 30 degree, cos negative 30 is also equal to cos 30. And then this one sign, you put sign as negative outside. Okay? Boleh? Jawapan dia tu sama juga macam jawapan yang atas tu. Okay. Next. Question B. Okay, question B also same thing. Change to the complete polar form first. Okay. And then this one, question B is places on the, ni kalau awak tengok kan, Z1 negative. Negative 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2J. So dia tak akan jadi quadrant 1. Supposedly it is places at the quadrant 3 because both value X and Y is negative. Kan? Ni, X and Y negative. So dia akan duduk dekat quadrant 3. So angle U yang you dapat 45 ni supposedly you must add with theta 180 plus 45. Okay. So you can get berapa tu? Kejap saya nak minum air dulu. So you can get 225 degree. Boleh faham tak? Kenapa kita ambil kuadran ke-4? Sebab dia negatif. Okay? And then, so supposedly here is 225 lah. 225, 225. Okay? And then Z2. Z2, okay, Z2 tengok dia duduk kat kuadran ke berapa? Ni kuadran ke-4. Sebab dia adalah sec 3 minus 3i. Sec 3 minus 3i. So this one, ni lah. So awak akan dapat 12 and then 300. Okay. Sekejap Okay, so this one tak ada masalah. Ni betul ni sebab quadrant 4. So 360 minus 60. So you can get 300. Okay. So question A, you want to find Z1 times Z2. Okay, so supposedly this one is not 45 lah. This one is 225 degree plus 300. And then this one is 225 degree plus 300. Okay, so you can get 225 plus 300, you can get 525 kan? So 525 minus 360, so you can get 165. Okay, so your final answer only 165 degree, 165 degree here. Okay? Boleh? And then question 2, divide. Okay, here is 225 degree, 225 degree. Okay, 225 degree minus 300, so you can get minus 75. So here supposedly negative 75, negative 75. Okay, so here negative 75 for cos also equal to positive 75 degree, but here is negative to 75. Or you can change to the 360 minus. Okay, or you can give the answer in terms of cos 285. 285 degree plus I sin 285 degree. Ni adalah kat depan ni, ER. Okay, you can choose either one lah. If you choose 75, this one become negative. If you choose 285, this one become positive. You can choose either one. Okay. Also a same thing for last question ni lah. For last question pun also a same thing. So we know that 1 is also equal to 1 times by cos 0 degree plus I sin 0 degree. Okay. So change balik kat situ. So you can get the answer. Boleh? Any problems?
Boleh saya. Cuma soalan 3 tu